6:46 right now. Before you write out the bills this morning, we know the car insurance bill is a tough one for us here in Michigan. We pay some of the highest insurance premiums in the entire country. Target did the legwork, uncovering just how much you would pay if you lived somewhere else, pricing one driver's vehicle. One insurance company quoted it at $463 for 6 months here in Michigan. In Ohio, $420. In North Carolina, $397. But check out Iowa, where you pay $268. In Idaho, even less, $239 for 6 months. That's about half the price of here in Michigan.
Well, I think it's outrageous. It's very, very expensive.
Well, joining us now to talk about just how outrageous Michigan's car insurance rates are is State Rep Ken Yonker. So, thank you for joining us. Why exactly are they so high here?
Well, Michigan has a unique service with our automobile insurance, is that we have the catastrophic claim, and our medical is the best in the country. And if we have an accident and we're catastrophically injured, all our needs are taken care of, even to the point of they will build you a house to meet your accommodations.
Is that so bad?
I don't think so, because the alternative isn't so good.
Right, and that can mean bankruptcy for some families.
Bankruptcy, exactly. If you got $168 a year for lifelong health care with all the amenities that you need, wheelchairs, respirators, home care, because if you're quadriplegic, you need 24/7 care. For $168 a year. Our health insurance costs more than that with half the coverage.
Okay.
But it is expensive.
Sure, very expensive.
Yeah. And in today's days of tight budgets, it's not such an easy thing to write that check for. However, there are reforms that we can do to get this cost down.
Okay,
it
let's
doesn't
talk
have to
about
be that high. All right. Now, the Speaker has just put out a proposal and budget, and we have a bill out there now, and it's 91 pages, so I haven't memorized it, but I have gone through it quickly. That's going to start putting some reforms in place to start bringing that cost down. And as a trade-off for the reforms, we have a guaranteed 10% decrease in our premiums for 2 years.
Okay.
So we'll get a 10%, if we can get this passed, we'll get a 10% decrease. But there's reforms and there's fee schedules. So hospitals will be paid certain fees for different services. And it'll be based on the workers' comp fee schedule. And the insurance companies are going to give us a 10%, but they're gonna give up control over the MCCA. That will be put into a board of consumers and insurers and providers.
Okay.
All right. And that board will dictate what the rates will be. It'll be a public board. All the information will be public. It'll be FOIable.
Okay.
And that then takes the politics out of, is the MCCA overcharging or undercharging? So then we can easily fluctuate that rate.
So a 10% savings
10%.
for you and for me on our insurance premiums for 2 years.
Correct.
Getting rid of that cap, or that non-existent cap on catastrophic claims. Is that worth it? Is this going to sell on Michigan driver?
Yeah, the cap is set at $10 million.
Okay.
All right, well, our highest case that we've ever had in Michigan is just touching that 10 million mark.
Okay.
Now, one of the gentlemen that was interviewed last night on the news is Brian.
Yes.
And he's a quadriplegic, and he's been in my office several times. And we looked at his costs, and he was in his accident back in high school, and his lifetime costs, we figured that $5 million was going to be adequate. All right, so that kind of gives you an idea. But not many of the representatives are willing to accept that as a cap.
Okay.
So the Speaker came and put $10 million, which
he was injured as a young man in high school. Of course, people can be injured earlier and much later in life.
Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. We're going to continue this story tonight at 6. We'll dig deeper into the topic of auto insurance and answer why some say that catastrophic fund you pay into actually saves you money in the long run. Again, that's tonight at 6. The story isn't over. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.